part of the future of MeadowView. We're all going to have a part in this expansion and making it a success. We're all going to bring and continue to bring conferences and conventions here. And, you know, I think it's going to be such a wonderful thing for us, and the Chamber is so proud to be a part of this event, this historic occasion. And your Kingsport Convention and Visitors Bureau is a big partner with MeadowView and brings thousands of visitors and millions of dollars in revenue to MeadowView and Kingsport each year. So here to tell us about the expansion and what that will do for tourism in Kingsport is Russ Rogers, who is the chair of the Kingsport Convention and Visitors Bureau. Russ.
I wasn't here 12 years ago when this was put into place, but it's exciting because this actually played a factor into why we did move here 8 or so years ago. It is pretty neat when you come to East Tennessee and think, where is the Tri-Cities? I've heard of it, and then you drive by and you see this showcase place, then wow, this is a real city. We'd like to move here. So since we moved here and family moved here. So I have to congratulate MeadowView for this new expansion. How exciting for MeadowView and Kingsport as well. As most of you know, the KCVB is the marketing arm for the city. We actually contract with the city as the marketing arm. And with this facility here to showcase, to market to event planners and sporting events, all those people, it makes our job so much easier. And with this expansion, it just got easier. Last year, the lodging tax in Kingsport, we reported the largest ever in collections. Last year, the KCVB touted a record number of sporting events hosted here where we drew more than 15,000 visitors to our community, which is pretty exciting, which had an economic impact of over $7.5 million right here in Kingsport. One other thing that it's amazing to me that this is the case, that we brought in 142 conventions last year right here in Kingsport. Does that strike you as a lot right here? And this year, it'll be actually more than that. Now, I don't say that as a pat on the back to the KCVB. I say that as we have people willing to stay here in Kingsport, and one of the problems we run into as a CVB is where do we put them? We don't have the rooms for them. So now with this 110 room expansion, now we can have more people for our events stay right here in Kingsport, which is huge for us. Added to that is the fact that we actually turn away conventions. We had 142 last year, but we turn away conventions all the time because we don't have the room to put these people. And because of this addition of the 110 rooms, this will be huge, and no doubt that a huge economic impact in the future. So I certainly look forward to this time next year when these rooms are here and we'll be able to start filling them immediately. So on behalf of the KCVB, we congratulate MeadowView on what you're doing, and what a neat partnership this has been for Kingsport, for the city of Kingsport and Eastman and Marriott. Thank you.
Thank you, Russ. A large part of MeadowView's strong success is due to the enormous support of the City of Kingsport and the outstanding leadership provided by the City and the Board of Mayor and Aldermen. Here now to talk about MeadowView and its expansion and what that means to the City of Kingsport is your Mayor, Mr. Dennis Phillips.
Thank you, Julie. I too was here when we were talking about MeadowView, but there's a person that served as your mayor. Hunter Wright, would you come up here a bit and hold up your hand? Quit standing in the back like you're embarrassed. Frank Brogdon also played a very, very important role in that MeadowView being here. So did Pal Barger and many, many others. And the success of this hotel, I think, has been beyond what any of us even hoped for. We could never thank Eastman enough for what you all have done to partner with us on this. And this is a perfect example of what can happen when business and industry work together. And by your announcing the addition of 110 rooms will require us as a city to look very hard at what we can do to keep up in our end of this bargain. And we're looking at that. We have formed a committee that will be making, and I know everything's done by committee, but in government it kind of has to be, because you do have to represent all the people. But this committee is going to be coming back to the Board of Mayor and Aldermen, hopefully in August, with recommendations of what the city too can do, because we need to take advantage of the partnership that has been established between the city and the private sector of Eastman Chemical Company. And again, we can never thank Eastman enough for what they've done. And I was talking to Brian Ferguson the day before yesterday, and he said there's a little bit of selfishness, and we would like to have rooms when we need them. So that's a good problem, you know. I love for Eastman to have that problem, that they have a problem getting rooms even when they need them. So if we can keep filling up the hotels, that is a great problem to have. And there has been other hotels announced, and there will be other hotels announced. So it's a perfect situation for success to breed more success. And I think the naysayers, Hunter, have been proven wrong. There was many of them out there that this would never fly, would never work. But the big lesson to learn here is be positive and move forward. Anyone can just lay down and give up. And that's what will happen, nothing. I hope that we're moving forward and continue to move forward and take a very aggressive stance. While we have to pay attention to how the rest of the United States is doing, we don't have to feel that we're in as bad a shape as everyone else. And if we feel that way, we will be. We need to be positive, move this city forward, and do the things just that we're doing right now. And I have to say, Andy King, to you and your crew, if there's a better group to manage a hotel, I'd like to see them. And everyone out here, and I'm not going to mention my name, but you have an outstanding crew. Thanks for what you all do to contribute to success of MeadowView. Thanks to the Chamber of Business Bureau. It's a great day in Kingsport. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor Phillips. MeadowView is the product of a very creative and successful partnership between the City of Kingsport, between Eastman Chemical Company, and here now to highlight that great partnership is the Vice President of Finance for Eastman Chemical Company, Mary Hall.
Thank you, and good morning. It is such a pleasure to be here as we kick off the expansion of this absolutely beautiful property. We've heard many comments already about the great partnership between Eastman and the city on this facility, and I just want to echo those. Clearly that partnership has brought many benefits, not only to Eastman and the city, but to the entire area and the region as well. And we believe this expansion will act as a further catalyst for economic development for the area and for the region. So we're so pleased to be a part of that. I also want to echo Mayor Phillips' comments about Marriott and the Marriott team that we have, because we absolutely cannot envision a better group of people to be managing and acting as stewards of this facility for us. And we look forward to continuing to work with you and your team as we expand this beautiful property. Thank you.
Thank you, Mary. As has been alluded to many times, and for very good reason, the staff and the leadership of Marriott Conference Resort and Convention Center continues to be the #1 Marriott in the world for customer service, for operations. The awards go on and on and on, and with good reason. I mean, those of us who've spent time here and had events and organizations come here have seen it is second to none. And so congratulations to your team. Now to highlight the expansion and renovation is MeadowView's General Manager, Andy King.
Thank you and good morning. I'm going to keep it real simple. I have thank yous to go around, and I have a commitment to all of you. First of all, I want to thank Mary Hall and Admiral Eisenberg for working so hard with Eastman Chemical Company to push for this expansion. It wasn't easy. It's never easy in this day and age to go and commit what is going to be millions of dollars for an expansion that's as yet unproven. So we appreciate your help in doing that. We couldn't have done it without your efforts. Mayor Phillips and the Board of Mayor and Aldermen, the City of Kingsport, it is a wonderful working relationship between Eastman, the city, and Marriott International to put this place on the map, and we are on the map. We are at the top page of every customer satisfaction list for Marriott all over the world. So we've done an awesome job teaming together to try to do that. Convention and Visitors Bureau, thank you for your help in trying to bring customers to us. And last but not least, thank you to this wonderful staff that I have the privilege of working with. It's a beautiful building, and bricks and mortar don't make it, it's what's inside. And this staff here has done a phenomenal job over the years of keeping this in the forefront of an incredible level of customer service. It's a benchmark for our entire company. It's a benchmark for the entire hospitality industry. So thank you very much for doing that. My commitment to you here today is that we are going to take these wings and soar to new heights. That's our construction logo. If you look on the middle section here, we've developed a nice little logo to go with the construction. And you're going to see that a lot in all of our correspondence over the next 12 months. It's going to take us to new levels in terms of what we can do here in the city of Kingsport. We're talking about as soon as we get ramped up, an additional $7 million in revenue just in the first year. So that all goes back into the local economy. So that's my commitment to you. We're going to maintain that. We're going to take us to new heights. I did want to go back, and I missed one important group that in my thank you, and I don't want to miss this opportunity. Mr. David Ong and the Aquest Realty folks, they've kind of been the behind-the-scenes force in driving this expansion, and really they've been here since day one, since the beginning, and I certainly appreciate the work that they've done and appreciate all that they have committed to this property, both on the city side and the Eastman side. So thank you guys very much as well. We're going to do our ceremonial pitch here of dirt, and then we have some nice little chocolate construction hats to hand out to all of you today as just a little souvenir of what's happening here today, and I thank you very much for being here again.
They wanted to take